Hello, Tracy here with Sweet Bay Lane. In this video, we're going to be DIY crafting with an item most of us probably have in our cabinets right now, and that is napkins. Now, being a crafter, I become obsessed with supplies, and for me, napkins is it right now. Everywhere I go, I have to check the napkins. Well, the other day, a funny side story, the other day I had a great napkin haul, and I had all my beautiful napkins laid out on the table, and I'm eating my snack and drinking my drink, and all of a sudden I spill something. And I'm like, my first instinct was to jump up and get a paper towel because my beautiful napkins had elevated themselves. They couldn't be used for such a menial task as what they were made for, to mop up a spill. No way, not my napkins. Can anyone relate? Anyway, we're going to take some of these beautiful napkins and some simple supplies and turn them into amazing, useful home decor items. So let's go ahead and get started. For this first DIY, we're going to be working with this wood round. It has a bull-nosed edge and it measures 1 inch thick, and I purchased it from Home Depot. We're going to take some of this acrylic paint, make a watered down color wash, and color wash our wood round. And once we have it stained and it's dried, we're now going to sand it with a fine grit sandpaper. I like to do this after I do this technique of the paint staining because the wood grain raises up a little bit due to the water. Now that we have that done and we've cleaned off the dust from our sanding, we're going to be working with these beautiful little lime napkins, and I purchased these at the Dollar Tree. And we start by removing the layers of the napkin. We want just the design layer on the top. I think this is such a beautiful design. They also had lemons and watermelons in this circular pattern. This step is optional, but what I like to do is center my napkin and then mark all 4 sides with a pencil. That way it keeps me centered while I'm working with the Mod Podge in the napkin, because the napkin can get very sticky and you can't remove it. Once it's down, it's down. And when I'm working with such a large napkin, I like to put the Mod Podge down, half of the napkin, apply the napkin, and then continue on with the other half. This helps you stay in control of your napkin a little bit better with the Mod Podge. And once we have it glued down, we'll then come in and add a top coat to our napkin with the same Mod Podge. And as you'll see, it looks so beautiful with that top layer of Mod Podge. But I'm going to continue on, and I want to seal mine with a clear coat enamel, and I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum matte clear enamel. And I'm going to give it 3 good coats front and back. I love how this turned out. It's so pretty. Look at that sheen. I just love it. For this next step, we're going to be working and applying or attaching one of these Lazy Susan brackets. Now, I purchased this one from Hobby Lobby in their wood department. And what I love about this one is that it comes with the screws and hardware already. Now, you can purchase them from Home Depot and other places, like this one I have here, the Everbuilt one, but it doesn't come with the screws, so you would have to supply the screws and hardware yourself. Now we're just going to attach our Lazy Susan. And to do that, it's quite simple actually. I just make sure all 4 corners of my Lazy Susan measure equally on the sides of my wood round. And then once I have it centered, I just mark my screw holes with a pencil because I'm going to come in with my drill and pre-drill the holes. Now that we have our holes drilled, we'll just insert our screws and tighten them up. And once we have our screws tightened down, we'll then flip it over and give it a little spin. I think it looks great already. For this next step, we're going to be adding some of these white handles to the sides of our wood round. Once I had the screw holes marked, I pre-drilled and attached the handles. Now that we have our handles tightened down, we're left with this cute little Lazy Susan tray. But we're not done yet because I wanted to add some non-slip bumpers on the bottom. Since I'm not attaching it to another piece of wood, I'm just going to take the shortcut method and I'm going to add some of these rubber bumpers to the bottom. And you can use whatever glue you're comfortable with. I'm going to be using the Gorilla hot glue sticks. And then when we're done gluing on our rubber bumpers onto the bottom, we're left with this beautiful Lazy Susan tray. I love how this came out. I can't wait to use it for our summer parties. Now we're moving on to DIY number 2. For this DIY, we're going to be using this beautiful napkin. I've also got these little knobs, they look like faucet knobs, and this piece of wood. It's a 1x6 that measures 20 inches long. And we start our project by Mod Podging our napkin to the front side of our wood board. And I got this napkin from my sister-in-law's house. We were there for a dinner party, and I saw these beautiful napkins in her bathroom, and I hijacked one. I asked her, of course, and she said no problem. Once we have our napkins peeled apart, we've got just our top layer, we're going to just start by Mod Podging the board and then attaching the napkin. And to smooth out and secure my napkin a little bit better, I took a hair dryer on warm and just smoothed it with my hands. I then trimmed off the excess with some scissors and came in with some sandpaper and finished the edges. Now that we have that done, we're going to take some of this flamingo coral and we're going to paint the edges and the backside of our wood board. And to do that, I found it was easiest and best to do it with a spouncer. Now that we have it painted and it's dried, we'll cover our top napkin with some Mod Podge for a good top coat to seal it in. And when I'm Mod Podging napkins, I like to work in one direction. This way it keeps from ripping the napkin. And again, just to smooth it out, I came in with my hair dryer on a warm setting. I think it looks beautiful already. And then I took it outside and gave it 3 good coats of this clear coat enamel by Rust-Oleum. Okay, that looks so perfect. I love that shimmer that clear enamel adds. For this next step, we're going to add 2 sawtooth hangers to the back side of our wood board. Now that we have our sawtooth hangers on the back side, we're going to flip our board over and measure where we'd like our knobs or our handles to be on the front side of our board. Since I'm using 3, I'm going to divide the board in half and then come in 3 inches from each side. And once I had my marks made, I then just pre-drilled my holes. Now we'll just remove the screws, put them through the back side of our wood piece, and then attach the knobs to the front. Hey, if you like what you see so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here at Sweet Bay Lane. And then once we have our knobs screwed down, we're left with this adorable rack. I'm going to be using mine outside to hold some aprons and different tools that I work in the garden with, but you could use this for anything depending on the knobs you use or the napkin pattern. I think it would be perfect in your front door entrance to hold coats as well, or maybe your mudroom. The sky's the limit, really. Now we're moving on to DIY number 3. For this DIY, we're going to be working with a 1x6 and it measures 28 inches long. We start by painting all of our sides and leaving the front the natural wood. And I'm going to be painting mine white. And now that we have it painted, we're going to be working with 2 of these drawer pulls I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And we'll be attaching one to each end of our board. Making sure to mark them with a pencil. Once we have our handles marked, to find the screw holes, I'm going to start by taking a contrasting color and just painting it lightly over the screw holes. Then I'm going to take and put it down on my surface, and that helps mark where you want to pre-drill your holes for your handles. You see how it was left over? That's perfect. So then I just took my drill and drilled completely through the board to the back side. And I did that on both ends of my board. And now we're just going to attach our handles. Just making sure to attach them to the back side of the board, which is going to be the white side. And once we have our handles on the bottom of our board, we're going to take our napkins, peel the layers apart, and attach them to the front side of our board with some Mod Podge. And then once I had the top side Mod Podged, I removed the excess with some sandpaper. And then once I had that done, I couldn't let those scalloped edge pieces of my napkin go to waste, so I covered the edges of my wood riser. And then we just take some sandpaper and remove the excess napkin. That looks so adorable. Now we're going to add a coat of Mod Podge around the complete top and sides of our wood riser. That's great, and that prepares us for our next step, and that's going to be antiquing our piece. And for that, I'm going to be using some of this Americana gel stain in oak and just rubbing it along the edges of our piece and along the sides. I also loved it so much, I decided to add it to the top side as well. Look at how beautiful that looks. I'm so in love with this right now. But we're not done because I want to seal it. And to do that, I'm going to use my favorite Rust-Oleum matte clear enamel. We're going to tape off our handles and give it 3 good coats. And then once I had it sprayed and clear coated, we're left with this beautiful wood riser. I think this would be perfect for a center of a table, which is what I'm going to be using mine for. Well, that wraps it up for these 3 decoupage napkin DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed making them, and I hope it inspires you to make some of your own. Well, until next time, make sure and keep it crafty.